All right, boo. So we are back for day 29 of the Self-Love Challenge, where we are showing ourselves a little more love and strengthening the relationship that we have with ourselves all month long. Because life is far too short for you to spend it feeling badly about yourself or beating yourself up because of how you look or how much you weigh or how much space you take up in the world. So I am so glad that you are here for this challenge. And today's assignment is especially for you if you're a big girl like me and you've been struggling to feel good about your body and comfortable in your skin. And maybe you've had an idea in your mind for a long time of a dream body that you hope to have one day, where you're slimmer in the right places or thicker in the right places because you just know that it's going to make your life infinitely better. And maybe you even find yourself comparing your body and the way you look to the women around you and all the ladies you see on social media. And maybe it's got you feeling like you're never going to be able to live a happy, fulfilling, liberated life until you lose weight or change your body in some way. Like you'll never be able to wear what you want and do what you want and go after all the things that you want until you first change your body and fix all your imperfections. And I'm speaking from personal experience here because I know how easy it can be to slip into fantasizing about a dream life that you hope to have one day. Fantasizing about what life could be like if we were able to change the things about ourselves that we don't like. If we could just shrink the belly or tone the jiggly bits or grow the booty or whatever it is. So I developed today's assignment with that in mind. So for day 29, here's what you're gonna do. You are gonna reflect on all of the things that you've been telling yourself that you're gonna do one day when you lose weight or someday when you have the body that you want. And if you're anything like me, you know what I'm talking about. Maybe you've told yourself, when I lose weight, I'm gonna take myself shopping to fill my closet with beautiful clothes because I'm not gonna be hiding my body under frumpy, baggy, unflattering clothes anymore. Or when I have my dream body, I'm finally gonna meet the man of my dreams. We're gonna get married, we're gonna have a couple of babies, and we're gonna live happily ever after. Or when I lose weight, I'm finally gonna have a good time and be able to enjoy myself when I go out with my girlfriends. I'm not gonna be the friend that's sitting with the purses, holding everybody's drinks and such while they're out on the dance floor having the time of their life. I'm gonna be living it up with everybody else because I'm gonna look good, I'm gonna smell good, I'm gonna feel good, and I'm gonna be dancing like nobody's watching on that dance floor. Or even when I lose weight, I'll finally be able to post pictures of myself on social media and I won't feel like I have to hide behind people when we're posing for group photos. And honestly, the list can go on and on and on. I know my list did, the list that I had once upon a time. But now it's your turn. What kind of things have you been telling yourself that you're gonna do one day when you lose weight? Or one day when you're considered to be attractive according to the beauty standards? Grab a pen and paper and write it down so that you can see it in front of you. And don't skip this step either. Writing it down is important because one, all of these things that you've been putting off for your ideal dream life in the future, these are things that you obviously want for your life, that you obviously desire. So writing it down is going to give you a lot of clarity about what you really want and what you're aiming for in life. Two, research has found that we are 42% more likely to achieve our goals, to accomplish them, just by writing them down. So that is a big potential payoff for the really, really small task of just putting pen to paper. And three, we're actually gonna be building on this assignment over the next 2 days. So day 30 and 31 are gonna be building upon the work that we do 2 days. So you're gonna wanna have it documented. So just go ahead and write it down. Just trust me on this, write it down. And once you have that done, I want you to think about how long you've been waiting to do each of those things on your someday wish list. How long have you been wanting and dreaming of those things? How long have you wanted that dream body or had a vision in mind of what a dream body would be like for you? How long have you been stuck on the sidelines holding the purses while your girlfriends are having the time of their life and you're just a bystander watching them live their life instead of truly living yours? How long have you wanted to take yourself shopping to get some new clothes that make you feel good and make you feel proud about the way that you're presenting yourself to the world? And of course, those are just based on the examples that I gave. But for you and your situation, how long have you been waiting to experience the things and the feelings that you've wanted? How long have you been wishing that you could have a different life? Even if it's just a rough estimate, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, whatever it is, for each item that you wrote down, write down how long you've been waiting. And to go even deeper with this, I want you to ask yourself, what kind of joy and happiness have you been missing out on in the time that you've been waiting? In that year you've been waiting, in those 5 years you've been waiting, what have you deprived yourself of? What experiences did you miss out on? What opportunities have you passed up? Because obviously you feel like you're going to do these things one day, right? But in the meantime, what has your life been like? And how much satisfaction have you put on hold all this time that you've been waiting for your body to change? We all know that life is short and tomorrow's not guaranteed, yet we somehow convince ourselves that it's okay and maybe even necessary to put our lives on hold and wait until we're in a slimmer, skinnier, more conventionally attractive body before we allow ourselves to go after the things that we want. It's like we're waiting for a more perfect version of ourselves to suddenly swoop in and get us that life that we've been wanting. And I mean, it's no surprise that we feel that way. We've likely been convinced by the people around us and society at large that that's what it takes, that you have to get slimmer, that you have to be more beautiful, that you have to be more in line with the beauty standards before you'll ever be worthy of the life that you want, let alone be able to pursue it. And we unfortunately buy into it and we believe them. And so instead of pursuing the things that we want right now, exactly the way that we are, we continue to wait. And we put all of our focus on augmenting ourselves, on changing our bodies, on transforming the way that we look, because we feel and we believe that that's the key to getting where and what we want. And we keep putting our dream lives on hold, all the while running the risk that our time might run out before we're ever able to experience all those things that we've wanted. And this is true for so many of us. We opt out of dating and meeting new people because we feel like it'll be pointless anyway until we lose weight. We turn down invitations and hold ourselves back from new opportunities because we don't feel good enough about ourselves the way that we currently are. We hesitate to put ourselves out there to experience joy and happiness and pleasure and love because we don't feel worthy or deserving of it the way that we are. And again, we're told that we're not deserving of it until we meet the beauty standards or die trying. And as a result, we have so many of us putting our lives on hold and keeping our lives on hold simply because of the way that we look. But contrary to what society wants us to believe, we do not have to keep living that way. We don't have to keep holding ourselves back and limiting ourselves while we wait for a slimmer or thinner version of us to emerge from this fat shell that it's been trapped in, or whatever we've been convinced to believe over the years. And I can't help but think how different things would be if only we learned to embrace ourselves the way that we are, and to embrace our bodies as just a natural part of who we are, and not something that we should be embarrassed about or ashamed of. And to know that we have a right to exist in our bodies exactly the way that it is. What if we realize that it's not actually our weight or our shape or our size that's been holding us back this whole time? What if we knew that we didn't actually have to lose weight or change anything about our bodies in order to step into that life that we've been reserving for our future, slimmer, someday self? And most importantly, what if we realized that our body isn't a problem at all, and it never has been? What if we understood that the real problem all along has been our mentality and our mindset about our bodies? I feel like if we knew and understood those things to be true, which it has taken me a long time to learn that these things are true, then we know that we didn't have to wait for a future savior, some other version of ourselves, to come through and save the day and to elevate us to the life that we hope to live. Because you don't actually have to have the perfect body to meet the man of your dreams or to live happily ever after. You don't have to be slimmer before you're able to feel comfortable enough to go out with your friends and have a ball. You don't have to lose the extra chins and the rolls and all the jiggly bits before you're able to post some photos of yourself on social media or to show yourself to the world. Again, the problem was never your body. The problem was always our mentality, our mindset about our body. And so it has so much more to do with up here than it does out here. And we're going to get much deeper into that in tomorrow's assignment. But for today, just to recap, you're making that list of all the things you've been telling yourself that you're going to do one day or someday when your body changes for the better. So many air quotes, but you know what I'm saying. The air quotes are because these are concepts and things that we've been told to believe, but they're not necessarily true, boo. Then once you have that list of things that you've been telling yourself or promising yourself or looking forward to, you're going to write down how long you've been waiting for each of those things to come true or to come to pass. Then you're going to reflect on all the things that have happened in your life in the meantime and all the things that you haven't been able to do or experience or enjoy while you've been waiting, because that's time spent. That's time that's not coming back. And the final piece of this is to ask yourself, how much longer are you willing to continue to wait? So however long it's already been, however much time you've already put into this, invested into this, how much longer are you willing to wait? How much more of your limited time are you willing to devote to playing the waiting game? Because remember, life is so, so, so short, and tomorrow is not promised, and none of us are getting any younger. So the way that you live your life, the choices that you make every single day are crucial if you have a goal in mind, if you have a vision in mind of how you want your life to turn out, of the things that you want to be able to enjoy and experience. So I implore you, from my own personal experience, I always tell you, look at me as a cautionary tale. Don't do what I did. Don't waste time. Choose carefully the way that you want to spend the time that you have here. Because going after the things that you want in life and pursuing your heart's desire is one of the truest ways to honor yourself and to show yourself some more love. Now go out there and love on yourself, okay? And I will see you right back here for day 30 of the Self-Love Challenge. Bye, boo.